Good morning, Dominicans. Good morning to the warriors. Good morning to my people in Marigot fighting for what they believe in. Good morning to the people of Salisbury, to the people of St. Joseph, to the people who have really anchored Dominica for the last 20 years, especially Salisbury and Marigot. And if you look at these two communities, they border each other across Mont Diablote, and I have always felt such a special relationship to the people on the other side of the mountain. It's like you are a twin sister, and you have helped us to keep Dominica grounded with that magnificent Mont Diablote in between. This morning, this video is specifically aimed at the people who are not decided yet, the undecided. The people who are still looking at all the actions of the red and the blue and deciding, what am I going to do? Like, I have these people proposing this theory, and then I have these proposing the other. Look at the violence that's going on. Look at well, not really violence, but look at what's going on. I don't know what to do. So I wanted to share a story about a young man that I encountered in Dominica about last year, right about now. I was in Dominica this time last year. So this man, he's a security guard at Dominica Social Security, and he was from a predominantly labor community. So I must have come downstairs mad about something. I'm always mad with the systems when I encounter them in Dominica. And I said to him, "Yeah, that's your country. That's your scared country." And he said something to me, and we started talking. So then the conversation went into, well, where are you leaning? Have you made a decision? And he said, I'm not going to vote. And I said, why? And he said, well, I don't want to vote for the Labour Party, but I also don't want to vote for UWP. So I said, well, tell me a little bit more. What is preventing you from making the decision? So he said, well, I don't like Lennox Linton. So I said, okay, fair enough. That's your opinion. And then I said, well, why would you make that prevent you from voting for a party that represents your ideals? He says, well, I just don't like him. And so I said to him, well, do you like anybody else in the party? And he was like, yes. He called another name and he said, I like that person. So I said to him, do you think Lennox Linton is going to stay leader of the UWP forever? And he said, no. I said, Lennox Linton has basically almost done all that he came to do. He was ordained for a specific purpose, and he has almost basically fulfilled the purpose. And so very soon in the near future, he would be handing the baton over to another person, more than likely the person that you've mentioned. So he said, yeah, that's true. And then I said to him, do you like the fact that people come from away to vote you and vote DLP and keep your country where it is right now? He says, no, I really don't like that. And I said, so you are going to sit there because you don't like a certain leader, and you're going to allow these people coming from overseas to vote in a government and leave you in that situation. And he said, well, I don't have any choice. And I said, yes, you do. The least you could do is cancel out that diaspora and come in to vote. And that's what you need to do, my people, today, the undecided. I'm speaking to you. You know your struggle in Dominica. I've been to Dominica, I can't even count, last year alone, 3 times. I have seen what you're talking about. I have seen the anguish. I have seen the pain. I have spoken to people in the community. I have worked alongside people in the community trying to make a better life for them. I have seen the struggle of even labor rights themselves, struggling. My people, you don't have to like UWP leader. He's not going to be there forever. He's not. But the least you can do is cancel out that diasporan that is coming to leave you in your misery. Cancel them out. Those of you that are registered and was sitting there thinking that I'm not going to vote, I'm not going to be part of that. You have to make the decision for freedom, for democracy. My people, we have been free from slavery for 200 years. We were in slavery for 400 years. Why were we in slavery? Because some black man thought it was okay to sell his brothers and sisters and put them on ships to unknown territory. And they were okay with that. For 400 years, it took us to come out of that system. 400 years. 20 years with Roosevelt Skerrit is nothing. Just imagine the dynasty that could be created in Dominica. Look at other places where communism have prevailed. Hundreds of years, these people cannot come out of it. And it's a failed system. I'm not saying democracy is perfect, but at least with democracy, you have some freedoms and you have some rights. Vote for democracy. It's been 200 years of freedom, and we are still struggling. We're still crying. We're still suffering from the remnants of slavery. And then to come now and put Dominica in that mess. Listen, Dominica is what we got after slavery. That was our payment. That was our promised land. We were in the wilderness for 400 years. And we got that promised land. That was our reparation. The most beautiful paradise. No other country in the world can come too close to what we have. No matter what resources they have or how developed their systems are, we are the best. God has given us the best. Mother Nature has bestowed her glory on that beautiful island. When I'm in Dominica, all my worries, they just shed. They just shed. And finally, I have one final message for you, Roosevelt Skerrit. If you think you're going to put yourself in for another 5 years, okay, take your 5 years. But the prediction stands. In that 5 years, you won't even make it to the end of the 5 years. That has always been my prediction from day one. That there was a strong possibility that you could win. And it's not the UWP that is going to take you down, Roosevelt Skerrit. It is not us. Inside your party, read my lips. Somebody will get up one day and they will make the change. And I hope it doesn't come to that. I really hope for your sake, because I don't want anything to happen to you, you know. I want you, if I were ever anywhere close to being in any system to be able to make any decision where you're concerned, I would put you in a glass display, and I would make a museum, and I would put you in there on glass display for people to come and see you every day, and for them to learn about what is wrong. And you know that you're wrong. Anyways, back to the main point. People, the undecided, go out and vote. Our country depends on you. Cancel out the undecided. We already know what the polls say. So it is the undecided that is now going to cancel out those diasporans coming in. I appeal to you today, the undecided people of Dominica. I am appealing to you. Appealing to you. Please go out and vote and cancel the diasporans that are coming in. That is our last resort. That is all we have left. All. If this man does not want to give us what we're asking for, electoral reforms, undecided. Undecided. The power is in your hands. To the man at DSS, I hope you made your decision. We spoke. I hope you remember me. And I hope you remember this conversation. And I hope you vote wisely, because you said you had some very young kids and you could not stay in this situation any longer. Dominicans, if my heart could bleed, if I could shred it, if I could pour it out for you, I would. Please, make the best decision. Thank you.